I went live. Oh god. Where's my YouTubes? I should have opened up YouTube before I fucking
God, that's so loud.
What?
My music. It would literally, I could not hear what you said.
Nice.
Not that it was probably that important, considering
Skip
we're starting. It almost lined up perfectly. I kind of wish I recorded that.
It's almost like you're streaming it.
Yeah, but I'm not recording our audio right now. It's on the starting soon screen.
Well, that's lame. That's lame. Yeah. My heart blows up, and I don't do anything in my life. At this point, I've just decided that I'm a cat. Like,
Oh, very furry of you.
no, it's just more the fact that I sleep fucking 16 hours a day at this point.
Oh, very fallen of you.
Why can I not make it bigger? I want to make the
Okay,
screen
I'm
bigger.
gonna start. Oh, I haven't done the Discord thing.
Nice. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm gonna pull up your stream.
Oh, I was gonna set up a freaking counter. Let me do this real quick. There's people who can like make a screen, add like a new widget, or like add a new freaking thing, a new source, and immediately like warp it with different console commands. I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah, if you do what I do, then you'll be alright. Welcome, 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 welcome. Back!
Welcome back to the past. Gonna play some games that...
Oh my god, speaking of cats, do you want to see what my cat did to me today?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, fine. My mom's cat scratched my lip up, and since I have a mustache, I can't really wipe around where the scar is, so I had blood running down in my mouth. It's great.
Do you want to see what my cat did to me or not?
He probably fucking what was it? He degloved your arm or something? I don't know.
So here's the cat scratches.
But nobody will see them. Oh wait, I'm on your stream.
Oh, can you see him now?
I can see you now.
There's like one here, two there.
Oh, it's not that bad.
That one there, this one here, this one down here, this one here. And that one.
I no longer have them, but I had like really major ones.
This is all today. This is all one. That was one play session. This wasn't like weeks. I mean, I have so many more, but they're.
I don't know if anybody can see it, but freaking, I have a huge scar on my hand from my mom's cat, and it's like it's not going away anytime soon.
Wow. I have a scar on my phone.
It was bigger. It went from like right here all the way down to like this, but this part's the only part that's scarring up, which sucks. It's whatever. I'm gonna shiny hunt.
You better.
Also, I'm on my 3DS. Snappy would be on his 3DS, but I didn't ship it until like a day or so ago.
Yeah, what the frick?
Sorry you live in Kansas. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
Okay, I'm technically on what, 32? Last time we streamed I was on 30. I wanted to do 2 tests of my freaking thing. I don't know. Yeah, now I'm playing on my 3DS that I modded myself. And then I have to reopen my Switch, or not my Switch, my 3DS, because lo and behold, I may have messed something up. So now I have another wire plugged into my thing.
Can you guys hear him very well?
Probably not. Probably never. Never gonna happen. Boop. It just sucks I can't speed this up unless I was using the actual emulator, but Nintendo's getting on people about that now, so it's great.
Then get on me.
The whole team of Nintendo.
Good. Stack them up like Leapfrog or whatever.
Stack them up like that one princess story about the princess and the pea.
Oh my god, my school did that the year that I couldn't do it. My senior year, I was in college and I couldn't do the musical.
Oh, nice. I was part of Fiddler on the Roof.
I was part of Susical.
I don't know what that is.
It's Courtney Hears a Who. It's several stories in one. But the main one is Courtney Hears a Who.
We did, and then there were none. Yeah, Agatha Christie book.
We also did Oklahoma.
I've heard of Oklahoma. I literally don't know anything about
I would
it.
say it's very famous, so I'd be kind of shocked.
I've heard of it. Don't know anything about it.
It's just an old like Western tale about a girl who falls in love or whatever, and her parents hate the guy, which is like everybody's parents.
I want to go watch Heathers, dude.
Who's
Oh
Heather?
no, I can't. Heathers. They had a movie in the 80s and then they turned it into a play. Damn you, ads on Snappy stream.
Rip
My mom.
ads.
I forgot to add my YouTube account to the YouTube Premium stuff.
I need to add my my card back on YouTube. They can give me money. I haven't done that in a couple months. Hopefully there's enough so I get money.
Someone took my information, so I had to get a whole new card today. That's why I didn't stream it all today. I was gonna play like Alien Isolation. I'm like, sorry guys, I didn't really get to stream earlier today because I got all my information stolen. My life turned to hell. The thing is, I got my paycheck last night too. So,
oh, no.
Luckily, they only like took $60 pretty much, but well, they only took 27, and then my bank was like, you don't have any money in your account. Let's put another $30 charge on there.
So funny.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh, I overdraw? You're gonna charge me $30.
Yeah, it's just a tax on poor people.
I guess so.
Effectively.
But no, I was given the number to call the company that this person bought stuff from, and I forgot to do that because I was like in Dreamland.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna be really mad if the first egg of the stream is shiny. Okay.
That's right, you're doing the Togepi, I forgot. Why would you be mad? What?
It's just more the fact that like, oh, sorry, see you, Snappy.
You would just end the stream.
Yes.
You would just continue playing the game. Like
I don't know what I'd want to do after this point. I don't know any other
Probably
Pokemon.
beat the gym.
I already did.
Probably go to the next gym.
I defeated the gym with fucking what? Or at least did I defeat the gym? Yes, I did. I defeated the gym with a freaking shiny Chikorita or a Bayleaf.
Goose would love being in this stream. Goose's favorite starter Pokemon ever is Bayleaf. Goose is also. It's also like 5 a.m. for Goose. So.
What was it?
Obviously, he is not here.
Okay, after I'm done talking to him, I'll show you. What was it? I used a level like what 15 Bayleaf or something like 16. I can't remember what level it evolved at, All I know is I literally leveled it up to a Bayleaf and then used a Ghastly for my other Pokemon. The Slugma is from another save. It's not my original Slugma, so it's whatever. I'm using that because I'm using that because I don't have freaking. For some reason, the Slugma I had didn't have freaking War Body, so it didn't matter. Or frick, the thing is Magma Armor. Or I don't know.
I just had to get a Slugma for my
Slugma
Omega
nuts.
Ruby run, and I had to get Flame Body. It's my my no damage run.
Nice. How many times you restarted?
None. It's not a Nuzlocke.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, then how is it a no damage run if you can't? What? Okay.
I can't do damage.
Oh, okay. I was going to say if you're not taking any damage.
I
then
can't click the move fight ever.
If you can't do damage, then that means you can't do poison.
That's not me clicking the fight button. I can get poison point if they hit me and they do damage themselves. That's them, you know.
But how? If you can't do damage at all, you can't do poison. You can't do this, that, freaking whatever.
I can do poison. I can do burn too.
Well, then
because
that's
it's Flame Body and poison point. It's them doing damage to themselves. Like Struggle. Struggle isn't me doing damage. It's them doing damage to themselves.
No, Struggle is definitely you doing damage to them.
No, I'm not the one struggling.
Oh.
They're the ones struggling.
So, like, Struggle is definitely hurting them if you're using Struggle.
Nope, not me. I can't use a move. How can I struggle?
I don't know.
Exactly.
You just don't teach your Pokemon moves. I don't know.
Exactly. I don't. And my Pokemon don't need any moves. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. That whole run is just so intriguing to me.
At this point, I've given up on caring about what content I make.
I think that's one way to do it.
It's just more the fact that, like, oh, I want to play Pokemon, but then I also want to play a horror game. Who would want to? Who would subscribe to a channel like that? And at this point, I've been doing this for 12 years. If nobody wants to watch my content, nobody wants to watch it at this point, so it's fine.
Yeah, real.
I've lived. Actually, wait. I've been doing this since I was a month away from 13. And I'm 25 now.
It's a long time.
So 13 years in a month or something like that. Or, no. 12 years and a little over a month or something like that. I don't know. Math is not...
Since I was 19.
And then you went, boom, what the fuck? And then your channel died. Because everything was out of your control on that one. Please. Ugh, okay.
I've been trying to resurrect it. I have a video coming out tomorrow. And I need to make another.
Sorry, I can't speed up, guys. Friggin' I'm not using the emulators. Hopefully nobody's in my chat. Okay, cool. Nobody's in my ski bop bop deep bop chat.
Skibbity bop boo. Oh yeah.
I'm just glad that I can now actually record things and have them look better. Because when I was doing Luigi's Mansion, that thing was terrible, okay? But I was using my internet to stream to my computer. And I said, screw it, I'm spending 120 bucks on a capture card. Also, I sent you the cable you bought, even if it doesn't work. It works for power. For some reason, there's no data lines that work on it.
Did you send me a cable that works?
I don't have a cable that I can spare.
Oh.
You paid for the cable, I'm sending it with you. I'm not taking your cable from you.
Yeah, but I would have preferred one that worked.
Well, it's not. You spent $2 for this cable. Just take it. I wasn't gonna keep it. Cause I'm like, oh well, I still have your cable. And like, why didn't you send it? I'm like, I don't know.
It doesn't
Didn't work.
Okay.
I forget that sometimes I base my interactions with other people in this, and like you were like the complete opposite with the way you react to things. So I had a friend, I think, who freaking got mad at something because he didn't get the full thing. Because I didn't hand him the whole thing. And he's like, what happened to this? What happened to that? I'm like, it didn't work? Like, what the fuck? And he just, like, got mad at me.
That's wild.
Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, I think I'm a pretty like chill person most of the time.
Like, yo, this thing doesn't work. Alright, fine. As long as my house isn't on fire. That's pretty much you. 100% of the time.
Did I ever tell you the story about when I found my Maverick was turtled?
Like, my life's alright. I don't know.
I said,
Gee
the
golly,
first thing I said, well,
gee golly willers.
the first thing I said, well, was because my boyfriend walked out with me at the time, and I was like, well, that's unfortunate.
How
That's my
unfortunate.
honest reaction to my truck.
How
movie.
unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. And then I said, I'm glad it wasn't one of my other vehicles.
My brother had to get a whole new vehicle. Because he was at work or whatever, and next thing, it was like 30 minutes later, his coworker's like, dude, look at your vehicle! And they all go out, and someone had like completely demolished the back of it because they were drunk.
Yep.
Like, his vehicle was so totaled, there was no way of fixing it. So,
Yeah,
insurance had to pay him out, and then he spent like 3-4 grand on the rest of it to get a new vehicle.
Yeah, I mean that's effectively what happened to me, except it was a new car.
Yeah, my brother's
which
car
is
was like,
absurd.
my brother's original car was, I think, only used by one other person. But other than that, it was like pretty much brand new. And he kind of misses it now because there's a lot of features that he had in that car that he doesn't have in the new one.
Yep, that's how I feel. Yeah,
Beep, beep, beep.
I loved my original
Beep,
Maverick.
beep, 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 beep. Come on, Hatch.
Come on, you.
Okay.
However, I love that truck so much. However, I know I always would have been like, man, if only I would have been able to spend more to get the better version. And then I spent more to get the better version. It's not that.
Then you're upset.
I know I can't win. So.
Mhm.
I can never win.
Can't be that upset. I have 2 brand new cars, right?
I have no cars, so
Exactly. I can't be out here complaining, right?
stop talking.
Ugh.
I just want to get the shiny.
I was on one of my friends' live streams. They were live streaming on TikTok, and they were talking about how they have to get money to get a car, and how cars are so expensive now, which is true.
The car I want went down in value.
That's so rare, especially for a car like that.
It's gone from, I think, like $4,000 to $6,000 used on the market to like $2,000 to $4,000.
That's crazy.
But I think it's just more the fact that one part on it's going out and nobody wants to replace it. So everybody's selling it for cheaper now.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be harder to get those parts because nobody's gonna make new ones of those
Yep.
parts. Oh,
Doesn't help that the car has been discontinued for 13 years, I think, at this point. Because the Generation 3 and 4 have both come out already. I think Gen 3 came out in like 2011, I think.
Something like that.
And then Gen 4 came out in 2018, 2019. But the Gen 4 is completely electric. So there's like no gas to it. I'm like, I don't want a Tesla.
Is it?
Yeah, the 4th gen is full on electric. Gen 1, 2, and 3 are hybrids.
I find that hard to believe. I don't know if I believe it.
The 4th one has a charger port on the back. Not a gas tank.
Don't they all have charging ports?
Nope.
I thought they were plug-in hybrids.
Nope. The battery get charged by the gas
Regenerative
engine.
braking. Yeah. That too.
The gas engine would go to the generator, which then would charge the battery. I think the inverter is also in the middle of the process, but I don't remember.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts in between, but that's basically.
I was also told never to get a used inverter, no matter how good it looks. Because there must be some reason they're getting rid of it.
I mean, you could say that about a lot of things.
But the inverter, I think, is like a 30 grand part. If you want to get it. Like, Jesus Christ. And a lot of people are selling it on Facebook Marketplace for like 400 or 500, if that.
I was told to never get a used capture card. I have 2 used capture cards.
Well, you must have gotten, like, used, quote-unquote, used. Because I doubt there's any person who uses capture cards as much as we do. That doesn't make content creation as much as we do.
The thing is, like, how many people do you think get a capture card and then stop doing content creation?
A lot, actually.
A lot, yeah.
There's a kid in school that I knew. He had streamed for like a month, and he's like, I don't want any of this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, he just didn't enjoy it. There's a guy that I was working with who's like, I kind of want to stream. And now recently he's like, it's not me. I don't want to be an influencer. I'm like, then don't.
Yeah.
You can stream and not be an influencer. I'm like, well, I just don't want to have that as a possibility. I'm like, it's not going to be a possibility if you just don't. His whole goal was just to sit there and play old video games. But he's like, oh, I don't want to talk or do anything. I'm like, well, then just don't have a webcam or mic. There's a lot of people who just play video games for a living. Like, they just play a video game, and people just sit there and watch.
Yeah. I mean, that's what this channel is to me. Is playing games I find fun, because I'm going to play them anyway. Talking, because I like talking. And then, like, it's weirdly documenting every day. When I started it, it was documenting basically every single day what I did that day. Because I would stream every day.
The only thing that sucks is I'm someone who has so many different hobbies that it's freaking hard for me to stream every day.
Yeah, I've always tried to find a way to stream my hobbies.
Yeah, I don't want to sit here for 8 hours streaming me build a cabinet and get mad the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I did that with Legos. That was rough. I don't know that I would do that on a consistent
I would
basis.
love to freaking have a channel where I just build Legos, because I zone out. I'll zone out and start making random noises, and some people actually enjoy it apparently, so it's like, okay.
I also tried to stream me building cars.
But
Which I'll probably put together like an edited version of that. Like,
if you're gonna do anything like that, I would probably do a different channel. I was just like, here's
well, I mean,
Snappy's extra, and then it's just
clips.
you.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a Fallen extra just so I can like start uploading to that. It was just like, here's something that I wanted to do that I didn't feel like fit the main channel.
Yeah, I don't care that it fits the main channel.
Yeah.
It's just a place for me to document my life.
Yeah, there's a couple games that I wanted to play that I do not feel like would be suited for my main channel and stuff. I wanted to play the Code Lyoko games, but I'm like, I don't think anybody wants to sit here and watch me like read
I would love
for
to watch
hours on
that.
end, and then in the middle of reading have a 3D fighting section that I might just get mad at because it's stupid. I legitimately, as a child, got so pissed at one part of it that I gave up on the game. But I've gotten good at video games along the way, so maybe it might work better,
Yeah,
but
but they behave so different.
I know.
Old games just play differently. Like, I tried to pick up old Mario, and I was like, oh, I'm so bad.
Dude, the only Mario games I'm bad at is the first 3.
Yeah, it was one of the first things.
Yeah, those are the only ones I'm terrible at. If
But
what was
not-
it? There was a guy you know him. I don't think most people know him. I used to stream Mario Sunshine, and he would join me every so often just to sit and call or whatever and talk. And he would be talking about like, oh, there's this one thing that took me a long time to actually get done, and I got it in like 10 minutes, and was able to perfect it like almost instantly. Like, I'm not bad at video games. It's just certain games that like I just can't stand. Fucking failing on constantly. Oh, apparently, ADHD has a thing of just like unintentional rage. It's like, that's good to know, but I can't blame all my rage on that. That's a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's more of like the whole, oh, you're mad all the time type thing. It could just be a very mood swingy thing that has it's with ADHD. There's a lot, dude. I've been mad a lot lately. It's just for the fact that everybody around me has just been pissing me off.
I can't read that. I'm trying so hard. Pokebox Trainer C says, in the tone of Hot to Go, HAPPYSNAPPYTURTLE.
That makes
There you
no
go. That's
sense.
my attempt. It's my attempt on Hot to Go with my name. It ended after the first word, so I just, you know.
There was a D&D variant of it that works for it really well.
I assume that you're talking about Hot to Go and not my name.
Yeah, Hot to Go. I can't remember what or what they spell out, but then they just say 20-sided die. Like, it works very well if you actually listen to it, but like,
So for like at least a year for my death counter and soundboard, the top thing was like the counter for my Dynamax adventure. And now that I'm done with the Dynamax adventures, I don't know what to do.
you should just cry on stream for a couple hours.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Like, why is this done? I don't know what. Like, you completed it.
You see my wife?
My wife.
My wife!
I was gonna make an as if fucking reference, but
Yeah,
like, out of my
I think
brain.
that was the reference.
My wife. Buy me more jewelry. Honey, your chair. Or if I can't remember. Like, all of them are like mixing in my brain right now. Hello,
Yeah,
Moin Turtle.
Hello.
Explode.
Look out, he's got a knife. What? No, I don't.
Look out, he's got a knife. No, I don't. Fucking. I baked you a pie.
Oh boy, what flavor?
Flavor.
Pie
Oh.
flavor. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da.
Oh,
I like
Johnny,
trains.
This one's about falling down the stairs.
Oh, I can't remember the rest of that one. Welcome to stand-up school, and you failed.
And you failed. Everybody do the flop.
Everybody do the flop.
My sister.
Everybody do the flop.
My sister got a custom, like, airbrushed version of the Everybody Do the Flop. And my dad does not know anything about anything. And he pulled my sister aside and was like, if that means something fucked up, I'm going to be really pissed. And my sister's like,
well, technically it does.
it's a cartoon.
Technically it does mean something bad, but like it's whatever.
It's a cartoon.
I know. There's one short that makes it just terrible. It's like, don't jump! I'm gonna do it!
Okay, now jump! Yeah, that's Jacksepticeye.
Or, no, yeah, the guy that comes out, he's like, everybody do the flop! And the guy just, like, falls down from the building. It just... Yeah, there's multiple different things. God damn it, dude. I've been watching Tomska stuff, like, anything that Thomas Ridgewell has been doing since I was like maybe 9.
Yeah, I remember one of my favorite videos on the entire internet is called The Hole. Do you know which one that is?
Yeah, I know. There was a Hole 2 and a Hole 3, if I remember correctly. I think the Hole 3 just came out recently.
Yeah, that's my second favorite video on the internet. My number one favorite video on the internet is by a Pokemon YouTuber. He used to be a YouTuber. I don't know if he still does it, but his name was Spectre. And he made a like Christmassy top 10 Christmassy Pokemon. And at the very end, it's like it does the all through the house, not a creature was stirring except for this mouse. Hey, what are you? Get out of here! And then, like, you know, it does all the like Christmassy stuff. And then at the very end, it's like, with a twinkle on his beak, he drops in a present down in the chimney, and it explodes with a hot ball of glory. And everyone died, and so ends our story. And it's like Delibird drops a present.
I like trains.
It's still my favorite video.
My favorite video right now is not exactly the most appropriate. It's on YouTube, but
I remember my mom was telling me, like, oh, I don't know if internet access for children is the best thing. My mom was like, I might have fucked up with that. And I was like, no, I think you did, but like not for the reasons that you know. Because like the internet's not that bad. Like, or at least YouTube isn't that bad for kids. But the things that I watched was like
there is a channel that's been
like
coming
llamas
like,
with hats.
Yeah.
You know?
Carl, where are his hands? I cut them off and ate them. You can't do that, Carl.
That I watched that and Salad Fingers.
Hello, everybody.
Like, that stuff is just so wild. And I watched it like, I don't know.
Hey,
12.
hey, Apple. Hey, Apple. Hey, Apple. Hey, Apple.
What?
Knife.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Hi,
So
Fred.
much wild stuff.
Were you around when Fred was a thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember when he got his own show.
I'm like talking about before he became anything but YouTube. Like before the movies and before the
Yeah.
that video of him in the
remember all that
pool is
stuff.
like the most synonymous one with him.
And his dad was John Cena.
That's a fun fact. That's John Cena's first acting role.
That's so funny.
He saw the script and thought it was the most funny thing he had done ever, and that's why he was retiring from WWE and stuff like that. He wants to be an actor full time because of the Fred movie. It is absolutely hilarious.
I mean, Fred was a marketing genius, just as a person. I don't know if you...
Lucas Cruikshank, again.
Yeah. He still has a YouTube channel.
I know. Just his content means nothing to me now.
Yeah, I don't know what's on it.
I don't either. It used to be like his personal life stuff. I'm like, I just don't care. Bring back Fred. Be a 30-year-old man playing in a pool. Like, I'm Fred.
I don't know if that's what I want.
I want to go back in time and just like experience YouTube again. Oh God. No, it's Markiplier.
Probably wouldn't have watched all the fucked up YouTubers that ended up becoming like child predators or whatever.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of hard. Like some of them could still be predators and we wouldn't know it. I don't know.
True, like they're still coming out.
No, Shane Dawson. Not the cat.
Eating the dog.
I definitely wouldn't have watched Onision.
I watched Tobuscus.
Redness and blackness and whiteness. Hello, audience. He's just a... I don't know what he is anymore. He's just an enigma.
Yeah, I watched a couple other Minecraft YouTubers that were...
I stopped watching Toby just for the fact that he's like very open about being Republican or whatever, like just that whole ideology. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not political or anything, but it's just I'm tired of hearing about it, and he's someone who talks about it all the time, so I'm like, I'm done. He was very Trumpy when
I didn't know he still existed. I thought he got...
No, he still makes content.
Axed. I thought he got axed after like I think he beat his wife.
No, those were... What was it? It was more the fact that he sexually abused his girlfriend, but he didn't. She was making up rumors and shit like that to ruin him because he's just he can be a very terrible person sometimes, but not in that sense.
Yeah. Weird.
But he was proven not guilty because there was no evidence towards it. He left the internet for a while and then came back after he's like, okay, whatever. And then he just started being very vocal about how he was just like this way. I'm like, okay, now you're showing your real colors, dude. I miss watching Cute Win Fail and freaking look at little Tim talking so soundly. Wake up, Tim. Maybe there's a monster.
There's a couple that I used to watch that are still around. Obviously Captain Sparkles is still around.
I thought he was retiring.
He might be now, but I know that he does a bunch of Reddit stuff.
I think if you start making...
he has like 12 YouTube channels.
I don't know why, but I feel like when you start like heading to like Reddit and that's all your content, you've literally stopped.
No, he
evolving.
Definitely still has.
If it's just like
he still has like 12 million.
I'm talking about like if he mainly just does Reddit now, like he doesn't do anything else.
No, he doesn't.
Then you just completely stagnated, and there's like no reason you should be on the platform anymore, unless you specifically made a channel about reading different Reddit stories.
Yeah, that was his thing. Yeah.
But
it's his Reddit channel.
I don't want to hear these weird stories from a Minecraft YouTuber I used to watch all the time. I used to watch freaking popular MMOs. I used to watch freaking Captain Sparkles, Stubby Longnose. I still watch Mumbo and Grian. I found Grian through freaking whatever his name is, freaking Sam Gladiator or whatever.
What's the Fox guy?
The Fox guy?
Yeah, he does redstone stuff.
The only person I can think of is like that is the cat guy, and that's Stampy.
Oh, Stampy. I don't know, but
friggin' all the people who are in like Hermitcraft are like that was my childhood, or at least majority of them were.
What's his name? There are a couple people who started in Minecraft and now do some stuff, like some other stuff. What's his fucking face?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't think of him. I watch his podcast is ending.
Schlatt?
Schlatt.
Fun fact, I'm 10 days older than him.
That's crazy.
He was born September, I think, 10th? It's either 10th or 11th of 1989.
You watched the podcast? You watched Chuckle Sandwich?
No.
How did you know their podcast was ending?
Because I know, I watched Schlatt, dude. He's someone that,
I'd be fucking surprised if he talked about his podcast not on his podcast. He seems like one of the people who would not give a fuck.
No, he's talked about Chuckle Sandwich and how it's ending or whatever. I watched Ted Nivison as well. I didn't watch Slimecicle as much.
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah, he was kind of the outcasting group still.
The one YouTuber I want to bring back the most is Jenna Marbles. I want Virgo month back. I want my Virgo queen to come back. And like I know she's perfectly fine not being on there, but like people will suck sometimes.
I don't know many YouTubers. Who
She
are
made like one joke. She made like a really racy joke a long time ago, which is nowhere near what Shane Dawson has done or nowhere near anything like that. And freaking she gets completely fucking chewed out for it. And she has apologized for it and everything. But people still can't let it go. And so she's like, I'm dropping from the internet. I'm like, motherfucker. She used to make content like every Thursday or something like that. Like at least once a week. Of just her being a Virgo. She was the biggest vibe I've ever seen in my life.
I want to make mildly consistent content. Like, part of me wants to like get a hardcore world and like record it like 30-minute segments and just do it like upload it like every day or every other day.
I used to upload every day. I went fucking mad doing that, so I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore.
Well, but it wouldn't be edited.
Well, even then, I literally just put my stuff together and just fucking put it out. I didn't even edit it.
Yeah.
And I was doing that every fucking day, and I was like becoming mad because I was doing that for like a whole 6 or no. How long was Twilight Princess? I don't fucking remember. All I know is I was doing that for like 8-9 months straight, I think. But I was uploading like 2 or 3 videos like a day as well.
Yeah, it would be just like I would record like I don't know for like 3 hours. I'd record Minecraft, but I'd cut it up into like 20 or 30 minute sections.
Or you could just turn that 3 hours into one video.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't. Then it would only be one video.
And you should do it weekly instead of. Dude, the more consistent you have, the worse you're gonna do it in the algorithm.
Really?
Yes. The people are not looking for like daily things anymore. They're looking for longer content. It's
well,
better.
People should love my streams.
It's better to upload a 3-hour video than it is to upload a 10-minute video now. Apparently.
I don't know if I believe that.
Like 10-minute videos get you out there, but like people on YouTube nowadays are like trying to stay around for the longer videos. So if you like, that's why Jacksepticeye's uploading longer videos because he knows those do better. PewDiePie uploaded longer videos because he knew those were gonna do better. Yeah, they're longer, but that means there's just more watch time based on that video. Especially with who he is as a person. Short videos might work for someone who, like, doesn't have a following.
Yeah, that's me.
But when you have a following, long videos are the way to go.
Okay, so you confirmed.
You have more of a following than I do.
Do it.
You have more of a following than I do. You should just upload 10-minute videos and just say screw it.
Yeah.
Like, yo!
10-minute Minecraft.
And then you just, like, talking for, like, nothing and just upload it and just don't even explain anything. So you should do.
I've been talking to a bunch of people about this idea. But somebody asked me one time, like, oh, how long could you talk about, like, given one subject, how long could you talk about it? And I'm like, oh, I think I could talk about cars for, like, without stopping, no sleep, 24 hours a day. I think I could talk about cars for like a 40 hour.
There's nothing I can do that with.
What?
There's nothing I can be like that with.
I think with Pokemon, it would take me several years to get to somewhere where I have to think about what I say next.
It'd take me maybe like 2 hours, and I'm like, okay, my brain's shutting off now. There's moments I'll have in streams where I'll get distracted, and those are the moments where I start rambling on and we'll start like continually talking about something, and then realize that I've been doing it for like 10-20 minutes, and then I just like, oh, maybe I should end this. Because like, there's moments where I'm like near the end of my stream, and I'm like I'm okay, cool, and blah, 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 this and that, and I'm like, oh, like I just start talking for like 30 more minutes, nonstop about the same thing. You have to like catch me in a certain moment to do that. I can't just like do it willy-nilly.
Yeah, I don't think that I can ever stop talking about it. I know too much. Too much.
I know too much, but none of it is cohesive. And some of the stuff I do know is probably very widely inaccurate. Because I haven't put enough research into it.
Why is these Reggies impacted by Shiny Charm? I have no idea, and I don't even know if they're not impacted. I don't know. A lot of people say they aren't. A lot of people say they are.
Stinky baby.
It doesn't say anything in the code on whether they're... It doesn't say that they're not in the code. So if you're going by the code, then they are affected by Shiny Charm. There's nothing in the code that says they aren't, but also most people's numbers, even if they have Shiny Charm, are up.
Dude, there was a guy shiny hunting a Soul Silver, and he was like at 18,000 before he got a shiny. Like, Jesus Christ. Just like thinking about like the high numbers people have is just insane. Like I could not spend that much time on something. If I was going past the freaking thing and I was like maybe 1,000 past what it's supposed to be, I would give up on that.
Yeah.
Shiny.
Google says they are affected by Shiny Charm, but Cerebi says they aren't. And I know the guy who runs Cerebi is just one guy who runs the entire website of Cerebi. I mean, he has people who work for him, but effectively anything he does.
I'm slightly.
Ambi,
I'm slightly younger, slightly older than Cerebi.
Ambi knows that guy personally, and he's actually DM'd him to tell him like that there are certain things wrong with Cerebi, and the guy would like go in there and correct it. So it's basically Wikipedia. So.
But not any random person can edit it. It's just one person.
It's just one guy, but it's not always correct. There are a lot of things on Cerebi that aren't correct or have been corrected.
I'm at 41 encounters, baby.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I like how Cerebi is run. I'm not super big fan of the
Mr. Fandangle is this thing and not that thing. I'm like, oh, cool.
Website. What is happening?
Huh? Mr. Fandango.
Pause.
Mr. Fandango. Dingo and the baby. Whee!
My fish tank light is having
stroke.
GameFAQs is usually pretty good. I don't know anything about GameFAQs.
GameFAQs has been around for a very long time. They were around so long, like a long time ago, that most of their guides on older games are literally just text-based. There's no photos, no nothing.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's what I used to do for my video games. I used to like read through text-based guides. They had to describe to you what this thing is in those guides as well.
Yeah, I know that there's nothing in the code that says that they aren't affected by Shiny Charm, which is weird. But but most of the numbers people are getting are 4,000 plus, which makes everyone think that it.
I just want to shine out my team, dude.
Found that they aren't. I'm sure they aren't, but there's nothing in the code. So, like, yeah. I mean, I would assume that it's not affected by Shiny Charm. It's literally not in the code. Yeah. So it has to be something on. It has to be something in the back end that is stopping it from working. Which is weird because you would think that well, the way that shiny locks work is that it's in the code, but the way that things aren't affected by shiny charm aren't in the code, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, just kind of a weird scenario.
I want a shiny Togepi.
It's a lot like how BDSP, not BDSP, but a lot like how Let's Go is, where it's not in the code, but we found out that things work a certain way.
Ugh. God damn it. Why do I have to be tired all the time?
Are the Swords of Justice affected by shiny charm? I would assume that they're not as well.
I wish I grabbed a snack before I started streaming.
Real. I don't even have anything to munch on after the stream. The only thing I'm going to be munching on after the stream is sleep.
Munch, munch, crunch, crunch, sleep. It's either I'm playing Alien Isolation or I'm playing freaking Elden Ring.
The Swords of Justice
Goobies.
and Dens. No, they're strong. They're
Strong.
They're just in the overworld.
I am very strong. Please be a shiny. Please be a shiny so I can stop shiny hunting this thing. Gross.
Yeah, I found out that they aren't affected, but I can't find a reason why. Yeah, it's really weird, right? Yeah, so it's one of those things oh, if it's because of the two new ones? Well, it wouldn't. I mean, how coding works. It's weird because I don't know how you would take the shiny. I don't know how the coding works in this game to disable the shiny charm for certain Pokemon. Because the fact that you can get them shiny means that they're not shiny on, right? So I think they would have to manually set them to 1 in 4096, which doesn't, or manually set them to not be affected by shiny charm.
It's probably just a simple switch. Like, these Pokemon are available like in this, and then they have like a whole other section of Pokemon that just don't have that same criteria. But Pokemon are technically, in a sense, an item in the coding.
True.
And so they would take the item and then they would give it a different property.
How the shininess works is it's an on switch or an off switch for all of them, right? So anything that you can encounter has one on switch and off switch. I don't know how you would disable like 5 of those from being in that section. Unless you like manually did it, which
there would
really
be what was it? There would be a line of code that would either not be put in or would be put in to negate certain effects. It's like, oh, this Pokemon has this stuff. Let's remove this line of code so it doesn't have this exact property. I had a moment, like I literally, what was it, in school, we were doing finance stuff, but in like a part of it, she wanted to teach us how to like the basics of coding. And like, I don't remember much of it, but I remember like the structure that you have to set together in it. And if you wanted specific things to not do something, you would have like a negation or a line of code you'd take out. Like if you had all these Pokemon and you had all these with like specific codes, like can be shiny, you'd have like a possibility of this, of a rotation. And when you have a Pokemon you don't want to have shiny, you would either take that line out or re-edit that line. It's like do not rotate or do not like have this as a possibility in the code, but still have it change its stats and shit.
Yeah, it's
complicated.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. And I wonder if the Swords of Justice are the same.
But you'd set that up like each Pokemon would be set up as a different thing, so there'd be a lot more editing with it, or a lot more freedom to edit. At least that's what I'm guessing. I have no idea how a Pokemon game actually is put together, because they could have like a thing right here where all Pokemon are affected by this stat, but each Pokemon has a different. It would have to be different because each Pokemon has different abilities and shit.
That sucks that the sucks that the Swords of Justice aren't. But there's only 3 of them instead of 6 of them. I also know that the Regigigas is also not affected by shiny. Because I got it in like 3,000.
I got Chikorita in 233.
It's possible.
But technically,
Bambi.
but the thing is, would you calculate Soul Silver's shinies as like 3 times the amount?
No, it's double odds.
Because there's 3 times the Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, you could.
So technically, I got it in what? 999 or 699. Technically, but I only reset 233 different times.
Yeah, I think mine was like 1,400 or something. For my shiny Totodile.
And I still have yet to get the Sinquil, so it's not like I have the save file anymore, so I'd have to restart it anyway. But it's better. I can't find my SD card that has that save file on it, so.
Ambi, I don't know if I welcomed Ambi to the stream, but welcome to the stream.
I think you said Ambi like a minute or 2 ago.
Yeah, it's past my bedtime, so.
You didn't have to stream tonight with me.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yep. I could not pass up an opportunity to stream with my best buddy Fallen.
But you'd pass up any other opportunity to be with Baby Babbage.
I mean, I don't think he likes me, so that's fine.
Baby Babbage. So nobody knows who I'm talking about. Just change the first 2 letters of, or the first letter of each. I don't know. I don't know how he feels. All I know is he's busy all the time. So I haven't seen him stream in a while. So I tried talking to him, and we're just like, yeah, we've been really busy now that we have to like physically pay for everything ourselves and not have to deal with other stuff. It's not my thing to say, but so yeah, they're just like really busy with stuff.
Because there's a guy that like threatened to come to his house and beat him up, so he kind of did everything that the guy said. I hope that worked out.
I'm so confused on that one because he doesn't really talk to me much anymore.
There's an ongoing thing during the last draft league. He was kind of scared that somebody was going to get him. So I hope that didn't happen, like legitimately.
I wouldn't have cared. Like, dude,
I mean,
just shut your mouth.
I don't wish harm upon it.
I don't either. But if someone threatened me, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
I mean, I'm a gay femboy furry on the internet, you know, like in real life, I don't mess with that stuff. It's not really a funny joke in real life.
Just fucking come up to me, fucking dude. I on a daily basis have to lift hundreds and hundreds of pounds of boxes. Fucking come at me. I literally don't care. I will wreck someone's shit.
I mean, I'm probably still stronger than most, right? I was an All-American athlete for many.
I couldn't chase someone, but I can definitely, if I caught them, just wail on them. Just Mike Tyson their ass. Not recent Mike Tyson, but like old prime Mike Tyson. I wouldn't eat someone's ear, obviously. But he's been very vocal about how he's had a biting fixation his whole life.
Real.
That's why he was biting his glove during the match. It's just a while ago he came out in interviews like, yeah, no, I just have a biting fixation. So if I just start biting on the random things, just know that's that. That's something he can't physically control anymore.
Yeah.
But a lot of people were joking on it, saying, I can't bite his heel off. I can't bite his heel off. I gotta bite my glove. I'm like, that's kind of funny. But I think it's slightly more funny just for the fact that he's like very vocal about how he has a biting fixation. And people are just judging him for it.
I mean, it makes sense.
There was also a meme that I saw. It's like Mike Tyson had the perfect moment and he blew it. His mouth was like 2 inches away from Jake Paul's ear. And he didn't bite his ear off. But then I find it also really, really funny that they both got suspended.
Yeah. I mean, they were suspended before the fight. Before the fight started.
Uh-huh. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's funny.
Oh, because they tried to make it a regulation fight when nobody who was like part of the whatever UFC, FCA, whatever it is, was there to regulate it, and it's illegal to do that for show. Essentially, a fake fight. You can't copy like an actual fight with fake rules, because those aren't regulation rules. Legendary statics are programmed. That's lame.
That's lame. Nice.
Yeah,
Bum, bum,
I
bum.
was in Kansas City at like a really, really nice restaurant. I mean, both me and my boyfriend's meals were about $50 each. So
I couldn't imagine.
yeah, it was. It's not a restaurant that I would ever go to. But
Dude.
he loves it. So
I went to a
and he
restaurant.
pays for it.
God damn, dude. I went to a restaurant with my grandma, my mom, and one of my mom's friends. I think my brother was there too, and my grandma was the one paying for everything. She ended up spending like $125 on 4 people. I'm like, this is not worth it. The burger I got was not worth it. It was alright, if best. It was just a basic plate of just a hamburger with bacon and fries. That's it. It probably costed us like $25, if not 30. I'm like, Jesus Christ, none of this was worth the food, and so we just never got back, and then they closed down like a month later.
I remember with one of my exes, he was like, I'm going to take you to a fancy restaurant. And so we went there and there was no prices on it.
I hate that.
Yeah, and we got the check and it was like, it's just for the 2 of us, it was like $203.
I couldn't. I'm very upset
was
about
like-
this sushi place that I really, really like. Its minimum is $45. No matter how many people are there. If it's just one person, you're spending $45 for endless buffet.
That's nuts.
If you bring in like a whole group of people, it's $45 for a whole group of people with endless plates. It was ridiculous.
Football Trainer C says, I can say as somebody who did MMA or any martial arts, if you do a non-friendly sparring match or a friendly sparring match, depending on the rules, you can get banned. So, yeah, it had something to do with like it not being regulation, and then it being essentially like they said that it was like a parody of a fight, a parody of a regulation fight. Is what they said it was.
I just wish Mike
That's right.
Tyson wasn't there getting paid to lose. I wanted to see him wail on Jake Paul.
Yeah, I mean, for a guy in his 60s, though, like,
Dude,
or almost.
what was it, 10
60.
years ago? His last freaking match? He was just wailing on the person.
He also got hurt, and the fight wasn't going to happen for a while.
He was having heart issues.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, his last battle, you can definitely tell it wasn't scripted. He was just he knocked the person out, like, almost instantly. And this other dude was, like, a really good boxer. He did it 10 or 20 years ago, I can't remember.
I thought
Dude,
his last one was like 17 years ago or something.
he fucking
like
knocked out, fucking Muhammad Ali after a few rounds. I'm like, damn. But Muhammad Ali didn't, it looked like he didn't even know where he was. So. Like, he was standing there and he just looked very confused. Or he just had a really confused expression on his face the whole time.
One of the interesting things, back before this fight was going to be very big, there was a interview between Mike Tyson and Eminem, and it was a very surreal interview because both of them were like, I can't believe I'm here talking to like the king, right? Because in both of their minds, the other one is like a hero for what they wanted to stand up for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Eminem, obviously a lyricist, made it out of like the hood or whatever, and you know all that stuff. And Mike Tyson was listening to Eminem's music to train, which is crazy, right? Also, obviously, Mike Tyson is what Eminem would love to just beat the absolute dog shit out of people, you know? Like, both of them were like, oh, it's an honor, you know? It was kind of a cool interview because the amount of respect in them, kind of really cool.
Also, did you hear that fucking Mike Tyson was like, I'm voting for Trump. You gonna fight me for it? Like, who's gonna stop me from voting?
It doesn't surprise me, though.
But he only voted for Trump just for the fact that he wanted people to try to fight him. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, most people assume that everybody gets paid off, right? And that is becoming, like, more and more of a real, like, thing that's probably true. Because, at least it's like more real speculation, because everybody who does the fights with Jake Paul gets like almost 50% of the revenue, and it's insane. There's so much money that's made in those fights, and obviously if you're getting 50% of revenue, then I mean, obviously, you can't take the win, right? Mike Tyson probably could have knocked his head off. I really do believe that even at 58, he could have hit him harder. I don't know.
He didn't look like the battle just looked like a guy who was running from someone who wasn't like fighting.
I don't know if that's absolutely true, but since everybody has lost to Jake Paul, and Jake Paul does not have any statistics to say that he's any good at fighting, most of the people who he
has more losses than Mike Tyson.
Jake Paul has no losses, right?
No, his stats say that I think it was like 60 to like something, or 6 to something. Like, he's lost a few times. Because I saw someone match his stats up to Mike Tyson's. Mike Tyson has lost maybe once out of like 50 or 60 matches, compared to Jake Paul's like 5 to 6.
I don't know. At least they're getting paid. If they're not getting paid off, they're getting paid well, right? So
I would rather.
Lonely. Welcome to the stream.
I know, freaking. It's like, oh yeah, you'd say that now, but until you get into that moment, whatever.
Right.
I would, if I had the chance and I had the ability to, I would have knocked his arrogant ass out. Like, even if I like was voiding the contract or whatever the frick it was,
He did lose. I didn't even know he had a loss. That's wild.
Yeah, he's lost at least a few times. But according to this battle, he only won due to a technicality. So he didn't even win on like an actual genuine win either. He won technically to a whatever technicality.
Yeah. It's all kind of interesting. I don't know that I would fight him. I do think that fighting is dumb.
I don't want to lose teeth.
I think that any form of fighting is dumb. Especially war. Big anti-war guy.
I'm anti freaking people, stupid people with guns. I don't know.
That's what war is.
I 100% feel like we need to stop all wars and just have the leaders of each country fight. Like, nothing will be fully determined on them fighting. It'll just get them out of the whole fucking willing to fight thing.
Yeah.
Like, just get them into a place where they can compromise with each other. Because I do not think a country needs to go to fucking war because someone is being stupid.
I don't even know what lonely is referencing. I feel like it's something, but I have no idea. But yeah, I think.
Did you hear that apparently we have alien corpses in the ocean?
That didn't surprise me at all.
I was like so confused by it when I heard it. I'm like, what? Yeah, apparently we have aliens. They yeah, they're true, and their corpses are in the ocean. I'm like, okay.
If they've ever been here, then yeah, unless they can breathe fucking water, yeah, that would make sense. You can have all those things without having war, by the way, Lonely. We still have tanks. I mean, actually, today's F-150s are larger and heavier than tanks. Or at least the first tanks. They're longer and heavier than F-150.
When I hear F-150, I think of Ford.
Rain is cool. Guns are cool. I can acknowledge that guns are cool and still be not wanting them in schools.
Guns have some use, but I can't see them as being something that people should fight over. Like, yeah, we should fight. We have right to bear arms, but like, I feel like we should. There should be like an edit to that with proper training. Or freaking.
I can agree to that.
Just like only allow people who have to have guns if you do a full background check.
Full background check and mandatory training, and I think training should cost twice as much as the gun. To be honest, a year.
Just possession of the gun should just have somewhat of a sentence of something, even if it's not a prison sentence.
They could also engrave bullets, which is cool. Which they've done in other countries. They can actually put people in prison.
I heard of there was like a thing that was like, oh, I'll just go to this country and get in trouble and then go to their prison. But then like, no, that's not how that happens. You go to you get in trouble there, they'll deport you back to your country.
The other thing is that that's interesting. I think like a car license. Gun licenses would make sense. I think that you should pay per month for insurance for guns. That all makes sense. Like you should, I would
Make it
I
difficult
would
to
like
want to
to
own a gun.
deregister cars and more. Well, I don't think we should deregister cars, but if you're going to, I think you should register guns before you register cars. It just makes sense. Rail guns? I don't know what rail guns
I
are.
feel like we
I've
also
seen
need.
them
I think we
photos.
also need a psych eval for people who want to have a gun.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's not gonna fully work. Obviously, it's gonna be slightly flawed, but it's gonna warm out majority of people.
I think to have a gun, you should have a. Oh, that sounds really bad. I was gonna say you have to have a higher education.
Education's kind of not anymore due to Trump.
College education.
That's not what I meant to
To have a
do.
gun.
It's not what I
That
meant to
makes
do.
sense.
It's not what I meant to do. Fucking any fucking dude, I feel like that would be way more expensive than just paying 3 or 4 times the amount on a fucking insurance. I don't know why I came out here. I didn't get the shiny yet.
Bro wants to progress. You just know you're getting the shiny.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think.
guns are fun. They're fun to shoot. Yeah.
I think Nerf guns are more fun. Like anything that like does physical damage, I don't see it being fun.
I think guns are fun the same way a bow and arrow is fun.
One of my coworkers is like, we should at least have 1 week or 1 day or 1 moment of every like month where we could just punch one customer.
I agree to that.
Fuck, dude, and have no repercussions towards it. Like, and there was one customer that I was so mad at, but it's like they're not worth freaking fighting anyway.
I think you could have one a year.
Because
be
there,
nice.
what was it? There was a
'Cause
moment.
there's definitely more than one person a year that deserves it.
I had a moment where this customer asked me, "Oh, can you tell me what the prices of this? Because I see 2 different prices." I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I will. And I scan it. I scan the item, and it's like, okay, the top price is the price that this tag right here is wrong. And she's like, "Why is the tag wrong?" I'm like, "I have no idea." And she's like, "How do you not know? You work here." And she started getting like really mad. And I'm like, "I don't know." And she just, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, stop being a dick. I'm like, I'm not being a dick. I just told you I don't know.
A rail gun doesn't use gunpowder; it uses potential energy by using magnets. An electromagnet has crazy potential energy, and it shoots the gun. It's really cool. I mess up a lot of those words. I apologize, but that is kind of cool. I love magnetism. I think it's so cool. I think that a lot more things could be.
Just don't lay on a
propelled
bed
by
of magnets. You'll die. You'll probably die in the morning, or when
What?
you sleep. Do not lay on a whole bed of magnets.
Yeah. Why? What? Why would you?
Why would you, or
Yeah.
why not to?
Why? Well, why would you? And then obviously, I mean, it'd have some effects on. I don't know what the effects would be.
You have iron in your blood. That's why you shouldn't have magnets near your body.
That does make sense.
Because the iron will build up in your veins and shit like that, and it'll actually like clog them, and you'll have fucking clots. Which also could be a whole thing of like, oh, if you're laying on a bed of magnets, your whole body could start just having strokes while you're sleeping, or you'll have a full aneurysm. Just anything could happen when you're laying on a thing because all your vessels and shit like that are getting clogged by all the iron building up in one spot.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's
I
just
wonder-
it's just as interesting to know that as it is to know that your body's making cancer every single day.
Yeah.
Your body perpetually makes cancer, but your body gets rid of it because it's so tiny and so like not effective at being cancer that it gets out of the system.
Do you know? So the basic, simple, obviously, cancer is going to be way more complicated than this simple, like first grade example that I'm going to give you. But effectively, cancer is just your cells reproducing and reproducing something wrong.
Yeah.
So like the hairs on your arm. So I'm blonde, right? The hairs on my arm, there's always one of them that's like black for no reason, and it just when it copied the DNA, it copied it wrong. Well, instead of it being black, it could have been, cancerous. And that's technically what it is. It would just be evil, quote unquote, right? It would just be coded to destroy other things instead of just being a different color hair, which is kind of really interesting.
There's a guy on a different team at my work, and me and my coworkers on my team were talking to him and giving him all these facts, and he didn't know what to do with himself afterwards. Like, I think we like demoralized him by telling him just all these like interesting facts.
Basically, a railgun in principle is a particle accelerator. That's a very loose way of describing a particle accelerator, but for the sake of argument, you're not technically wrong. That's also like saying a car is a particle accelerator if you're in a tunnel. But... That's wild. Your beard. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but the hair on this side of my mustache is a lot darker than on this side.
My beard is 3-toned.
My hair is all different colors. So my hair's blonde up here. My beard is red, and then my eyebrows are white. And so I have all three. Which is
My beard has dark hairs in it, has brunette hairs in it, and then it has blonde. And some of the blonde hairs are so blonde that they're white. So I technically have like 4 different colors of beard hair.
wild.
But I believe that's just based on the genetics of my family. My mom's blonde, and my dad has darker hair. Freaking, and our whole family has like a mixture of different hairs. I have cousins who are gingers.
If the tunnel had a superpowered magnet, no, so essentially what you're saying is so the magnets are accelerating particles past, right? Is what you're saying. The particles are on one side of the magnet. The 2 magnets are here, right? And then they would get pushed and those particles would move, right? Essentially, if you had a car in a tunnel, you'd have one side of the tunnel, the car, and the car would be pushing the particles that are in front of the car and accelerating them.
You do know that every particle that exists is being moved around by you physically, even if you're sitting here doing nothing.
Yes,
you are
but
physically moving matter.
The acceleration portion is, yes, technically. Yeah, very, very loose definitions that we're working with here.
Just you existing is just the state of moving other matter. You breathing, freaking, that's moving matter. That's also oxidization, like a process of oxidization.
Breathing
Fun fact: if you didn't know this, you are actually oxidizing every second of your life. That's why you get older.
Yeah.
Or at least one of the explanations for someone getting older. It's just for the fact that every time you breathe, your body is causing all the cells in your body are causing this like fire up, and so your body will start actually like, that's how you metabolize stuff too. It's just that whole process of metabolizing, breathing, and everything else starts this little fire in your system that is oxidizing your body, which causes you to age.
Speaking of metabolism, one thing that I learned about the ocean, because I love the fucking ocean, is that metabolism is directly correlative to how fast your brain works, right? Your response times.
Mm-hmm.
Now in humans, it's not very different, right? Even if you have a slow metabolism by human standards, your brain isn't going to be that much slower, right? But in like the deep ocean where metabolism is painfully slow, their whole existence is in slow motion. Basically, the depths of the Mariana Trench, everything is in slow motion because they have to have the deep sea gigantism from the metabolism, so that because they don't eat very often, that's what like causes all of that stuff. So it's kind of really weird, which makes more sense when you think about insects that have very fast metabolism, as well as birds. They're so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And their metabolism.
But also calories, fun fact, is not a unit of I can't remember what it's called. It'd be like a unit of this. It's not that. It's a unit of energy.
Yes.
Which is something that, like, when you're losing weight, this is something you just like learn about calories. It's like calories isn't like it's not like a cup or like a this or that. It's not like a measurement of like physical matter. It is genuinely just the measurement of energy that your body will burn through. I can't remember how they figured out the calories for everything, but just based on the energy used by that product is what produces the amount of calories per item. So every time you count calories, you're just counting mass, like, energy.
How much energy you have to use.
Yeah. To burn through it. But the thing is, you also don't burn through what you just ate. You burn through what's ever in your system for, like, the longest. So if you eat an M&M, it's like, oh, yeah, dude, it'll take you, like, a mile or whatever to freaking burn one off. I'm like, at that point, I wouldn't even be burning that off. I'd be burning off, like, 3 or 4 other things. So me eating M&Ms does not correlate to me getting fat. If I eat a whole bag of M&Ms, whatever's been in my system longer, if it's easy to burn, I will go through that, and I'll probably lose weight faster. Which also completely surprises me on the fact that it was like, there's a lot of diets that people go on that absolutely make no sense if you go based on the factor of eating. Because you can pretty much eat whatever you want and still lose weight. It's just most people go, like, overdo it. Like, way overdo it.
True, and you can do that by, I mean, that's the one thing that, like, will probably always work, is calories in, calories out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will probably always net you results of losing fat. You can lose fat and still weigh more because muscle will always weigh more than fat. But there's obviously a point to where muscle ends, right? It builds, you can build a lot of muscle to lose not very much weight, and then you'll gain little muscle and then lose a lot of weight, right? That's the interesting part. And I mean, the whole, like, diet system is so weird. Yeah.
Also, back then, diets used to be fads, not actual, like, reasons of losing weight.
Yeah.
Like, 80s and 90s, like, oh, I'm on a diet. Like, okay, so you're on the most recent fad that's probably not going to work. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's just a meme.
Pretty much, yeah. And then the whole shake weight. You have to shake weight for, like, I think, what, 8 or 9 hours to lose, like, 80 calories? Like, it's genuinely a huge waste of money. Dude, you don't know how many shake weights I found at Goodwill.
Congrats on 1K. You're like 4 years too late.
He's now 3 times that amount, dude.
That was a long time ago, by the way. I did have my subs turned off for a long time.
Yeah, and then YouTube's like, you have to have them on now.
Yeah, YouTube forced them on.
And then they took our dislikes away. I'm like, how am I supposed to know what video's bad?
Sure.
Like, yeah, it stops, like dislike bombing, but, like, what's gonna stop us from disliking it anyway? It just hides the number.
1K, not 1K. I was never at 1K. I went from 750 to 250 in one day. And then I think a week later I was at 3K. And then I've been stuck at 3K for about 3 or 4 years now.
I wish I can get to 1,000. That'd be nice. I'm at a fourth of that.
Why do you need to be at 1,000?
So I can hit the threshold.
The threshold's not 1,000.
It is.
Of what?
The threshold is 500 if you want to make money from subs. Or like not subs, freaking memberships.
Okay.
It's 1,000 to make money off of the videos you make.
The ads?
Yes. Everything else.
Okay. Well, I would rather have memberships.
I don't have anything to offer for memberships. I barely have enough energy to do what I'm doing right now. I've literally expended all my energy just going to work. It's just I don't.
I hate to tell you that ad revenue doesn't do anything. I think
I
I
know.
made like 30 cents of ad revenue. It runs ads on everything. Woo. And you have to get to $100 for them to pay you out. It would take you. How many
Back
years
then it used to be every 100 views you'd get like a penny or two. Or at least whatever contract you had with YouTube would determine how much you get per 100 views. I got 1 penny.
It's a little less than that now, but that would make sense. That
I've made 1 penny off of YouTube at one point, and then they like a month later they're like, you gotta have 1,000 subscribers, you gotta have this, you can't make money off of us now. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't stop doing YouTube, but I think there was a point where I streamed like twice in 1 month, or maybe only once, or maybe none times. I don't know. There was a point where I definitely died down. It was at my last job, and it was kind of, my last job was tough. I made a lot of money, but it was a lot of my time, so I didn't do a lot. But
my job has my schedule being so weird in the sense that it's like hard for me to actually set a day that I can stream. Because I could work the amount of days, or I could work that amount of days, or it's always different every week, so it's like hard for me to actually have a consistent schedule with YouTube.
how was the interview yesterday? It went really well. It went too well, I think.
You had an interview?
I hadn't been. I was gonna turn it down before I got into the interview, and then I listened to their spiel, and now I'm like, that may be actually good.
Dude, I've been getting this. I've only gone through 20 encounters this whole stream.
I think I've gone through like 100.
I hate this concept of
I've
shiny
gone
hunting.
through 75.
I hate only being able to have 1 egg. This thing.
Yeah, that's insane. I didn't take the job or anything, so I don't know how I feel about it.
What was the job?
It was, I would be the guy that goes out, like if there's storm damage to your house, I'd be the guy that goes on and looks at the roof of the house and takes pictures.
You could be really scummy with that and just say, "Oh, how old is your roof?" It's this. Well, we can't. Sorry.
Well, I have to take pictures of it.
Because I feel like,
I can't tell them whether or not what they need or not.
yeah,
I have to take pictures and send them to insurance companies to tell them, for them to tell the customer what to do.
I hate that I have to call GameStop because someone took my information. I have to call them first before we set up a fraud thing for the fact that I've made purchases at GameStop before. If I had made no purchases on my account, they would have immediately set up as fraud.
You want to end at midnight for me?
So in 5 more minutes, or an hour from now. I don't know how your time works.
I'm 2 hours ahead of you.
So in
Did
like
you hear
5
about
minutes.
the guy who refused 100K to quit because he didn't want to leave his coworkers alone on a busy night? I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking
Oh, there was a. It was a fast food place, and this guy was offered a lot of money to leave. And he denied it because he knew his coworkers needed it because they were on low staff. And so he decided not to. And then it was a test by his business. He could have either taken that money and left and wouldn't have mattered, or he could have stayed and actually been a team player. And they ended up giving him like, what was it? A fifth of what he would have taken if he had just left.
That's even more fucked up.
But like, he got 20,000. So
That's really fucked up.
yeah, but I don't think they would have paid him out. I think they would have just like, okay, you fired, like with no money or whatever.
And he can easily sue and get that.
Yeah, I know.
Look, I'll go through 100K for a lawsuit. It cost me 10 grand, maybe.
But yeah, they still gave him like $20,000 for being a team player, something like that.
Yeah, I would have left instantly. No thoughts. What the fuck? That guy's an idiot. Took an $80,000 loss.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than he'd make in a year. So he could just go get another job.
20,000 is close to what I make in a year. So it'd just double my pay for that year.
That guy's so dumb. Holy shit.
Dude, I wish we got my rate pay is supposed to be going up soon. Because the minimum wage in the state I live in is going up. I think it was like, what, January 1st? The minimum wage in Washington is going up to $16.70, I think, or something like that. And so my job is like, oh, we're going to be raising our rates too, to be more competitive with it. So I might be making a base of 18 an hour plus the 2 raises I get.
Is there any other fuel? I don't know if that's the right question, if there's any other fuel, because there's a lot of fuels, right? But I think you probably want different engine like how they're made, right? Because like plane engines are circular, which is so cool. I mean, rotary engines are the same way. There's so many other engines, but yeah, there's I mean, hydrogen, propane, steam is one. The one that is the most cool is the old diesel engines that could run off of anything. They could run off of kerosene. People used to piss in their gas tanks, and that would work. That was an old like tank adage that like people would piss in their gas tanks and it would burn, which is kind of cool. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine being in a car to fuel it.
I mean, if it worked, why wouldn't you?
I don't know. It just seems very, very weird. And like, I'm just gonna stick my dick in my car, and then it's just like I'm gonna pee, and inside it, it's just like, what the?
Yeah.
It just, I feel like your engine would just blow out instantly.
A lot of those old diesels, they'd run on anything.
Do they run on hopes and dreams? You wouldn't
If
get
your hopes
anywhere.
and dreams are golden.
It's like, oh, then you're not getting anywhere.
Somebody put on one of the old like car YouTube channels. Somebody put like it was either a chicken noodle soup or it was tomato soup. They poured it in their gas tank. They ran on it. That's fascinating.
I'm getting hungry.
Oh, it's time to end.
I'm still in the middle of my encounter. I maybe have like 10 seconds left. 10, 20 seconds before the egg hatches.
I'll get to like 20 over here.
There.
Liquid nitrogen? Yeah, that'd be interesting. That's also... It's
52 encounters. That's great. Hopefully next stream I could set up a thing where I could actually have my encounters on screen. I don't know.
Once I saw people going, they've been here since blank game. I want to say in my day, he's went through 5 different spots for a streaming area. Technically, I think that's not true, but it also is true at the same time. Because I've only been to, well, I've been to 4 different locations. But, so I had obviously my, I had my college, and then I had my parents' house for COVID. Moved into my own apartment, and then I've moved apartments. However, this desk setup in this apartment started in this room. It went into that room, and then it's back in this room. So, if you count those movements, then I've been 4, 5, 6 different locations. So, yeah.
My YouTube channel started in this room, and it's probably gonna end in this room.
What's that supposed to mean?
My desk setup was either on that wall or this wall. Ever since I started my channel.
Welcome to the stream, Michaela.
I highly doubt that if this channel goes nowhere, then this channel is gonna die in this room. 100%.
No, you'll move out someday.
I doubt that I'll be doing YouTube if it doesn't go anywhere by that time.
You'll just stop talking to me. Yo, 420 encounters.
Nice. I'm at 52. After like almost 4 hours of encountering this Pokemon.
In my last apartment, it was in my living room. So you're technically right. Post his link. Oh.
Gross.
I think you'll get along with that. Yeah.
I did want to plan. I did plan on streaming something else tonight, but I'm like, I need food and I'm tired. I have a coffee right here that I'm supposed. I fucking set up to drink and I just never drank it.
Lonely, you should support this guy because he's cool.
Dude, I had a coworker just go on and on about how like it's really cool to see me grow as a content creator. But it's the same dude I was talking to you about who's like he wanted to stream for like a second and then decided not to.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to be an influencer. But he was like talking about other people that are at our job. And it's like, yeah, I've talked to a lot of people who stream or whatever, and out of all of them, you seem to be the most active.
Oh my god, we're getting a raid right at the end.
Oh no! Maybe we should go another half an hour.
I was supposed to end 3 minutes ago.
Let's go another half an hour.
I'm down. Are you down?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I want to try to get more encounters.
If Amon could grab a link. If Amon could grab a link for that, that would be awesome. Snuggy, welcome to the stream. Cat Gaming, welcome to the stream.
Oh, it's you. What does that mean?
Stream, AKA Johnny.
Freaking lonely gaming device stream is like, hello. Oh, it's you, and then dipped.
That's wild. That's so sad. But welcome everybody. What were you playing? I was literally just about. I was just about to be like, thank you guys so much for watching. Alas, I cannot do that anymore.
If someone raids in the next like 30 minutes, we'll go another 30 minutes.
Yeah, you will. I was streaming SSBU. Somebody please inform me. I'm uncultured. Superstar. Super Slam. Super Mario. Sunshine.
Sunshine, sunshine. Smile, smile, smile.
I think you're Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I knew it. It was on the tip of my tongue. Super Saiyan Blue. It was on the tip of my tongue. I knew what it was. I just couldn't say it. And if you don't believe me, you're you know. God, what were we talking about before this? Oh my God.
I don't know.
Streaming content creators.
I don't know.
Yeah, every time somebody will like come into my stream, and a lot of the times, like back when I didn't have my viewers public or my stream or my things public, a lot of people would come in and be like, "Oh my God, you have so many subscribers!" And I'm like, no, like it's all a facade.
They're all dead.
So it's kind of funny. A lot of people would, or like I'd pop into like smaller streamers and they would have like 12 subscribers or whatever, and they would like be like, "Oh yeah, you make content," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I guess." And then they would like pull up my link and they'd be like, "Oh my God, just some stupid guy."
Fun fact, my first stream ever on YouTube, I was literally just sitting there just editing a video and not really interacting with stream. A person with I think 70 to 80,000 subscribers came in. I was talking to him for a small bit, nothing happened from it, I guess at that point. They even posted me on their Twitter and everything. And nothing happened. So
I mean, yeah, essentially I just use this as a platform to one, play games, you know, and then kind of just record my existence. Because there's now just a log of everything that I did every day for like 4 years. Which is kind of cool, actually, if you think about it. It's also cool if you don't think about it.
kind of wish I didn't delete a whole bunch of videos. One of my biggest regrets.
Like 4 videos ever.
I've deleted a total of 35 videos, if not more.
It's not that many.
Well, that's just on this channel. My other channel, I deleted all 200 and something on my other channel. That's all my childhood right there, pretty much. I have barely any record of me starting when I came out, like started actually doing this.
Yeah. First video I ever recorded is on this channel. It's in a playlist.
I made this channel in August of 2016, I think. It was either 2016 or 2015. And then I didn't upload for like a month and a half or something like that.
Will we get the shiny soon? I do too. I'm not super pressed on either of these shinies, but it would be nice. I've kicked this trash can like 40 times and scared broken my hands.
Where's the best? So like, there's a bunch of stuff in front of me. I gotta figure stuff out. I'm in the middle of trying to build shelves, so it's like
the trash can that's next to me. My cats keep pushing over it to get stuff out of it, and it's kind of annoying. But right now it has like a bunch of cans in it because I drink so many sodas.
I stopped drinking soda a long time ago. I'm still drinking Monsters, which is not exactly this fucking better, but it's whatever.
I need sleep. Good night, everybody. Well, thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming with the.
I think we all need sleep.
I definitely do. It's like hours past my.
Mom's like, "Oh, you should, if you're still tired after sleeping for those moments." I'm like, "Maybe you're just getting too much sleep." I'm like, "Mom, I didn't sleep for roughly 20 hours before I took this nap."
Okay, so instead of going for another 30 minutes, if we go for another 10 minutes, that will complete my 2 hours of stream.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can go for
I gotta clean my room and set my bed up.
I usually go to bed at 10 p.m.
I just gotta eat.
It's currently past midnight.
There's so many times where you're up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. What are you talking about?
Okay. My sleep schedule's changed so many times, and I blame Ambi. He's gonna be like, "What?" But when I quit my job, I would go to bed at like midnight. And then I I decided, or me and Ambi were gonna do a series, and he was like, "Okay, well, we gotta stream at like 11 p.m. your time." I was like, "Okay, well that means I just, can't go to bed at midnight because we'll stream for at least 2 hours." And I didn't have anything going on, so I obviously, said yes. And then after at least 2 hours of streaming, I would then like need to wind down to then go to bed, which turned into us streaming until about 1 or 2 in the morning, and then me winding down to go to bed for like another 2 hours, and then it would be 5 a.m. by the time I'd go to bed. And that happened for a long time. And then I started dating my current boyfriend, and then he woke up at 6 a.m. So then I just stayed up for another hour, and then would talk to him for at least an hour, and then I would then go to bed at 7 a.m. So then my sleep schedule was all messed up, and then I went to go buy a truck at like 7 a.m. when I was supposed to be going to bed. And then my sleep schedule was just sleep when I'm tired. Because it just literally wouldn't level out. And then after that, I like passed out at one point at like 6 p.m. and I woke up at like 4 a.m. And then I've just like tweaked that since then to get a relatively normal sleep schedule. All that cat to blame me, exactly. You were a small piece of the puzzle.
Okay, let's
Just
say
a small piece, but a piece.
Please
you're
be
part of my
shiny. Damn it! I'm tempted to give up on this and just like grind it up just so it's a certain level and then just get eggs from it and just shiny hunt it that way. I'm tired of how long this is taking.
I'm a fucking spec. True. I mean, you can do that.
It's only gonna take me like 1 or 2 more towns to get to it.
The odds would be the same.
I know. But this is taking so much longer.
I was gonna say, however, you'd be able to do 6 at a time.
Yes.
You would not be able to get a foreign ditto, so it'd still be 1 in 8,000.
Uh-huh. Oh, actually, I probably could get a foreign ditto.
On those games, it had to be a foreign copy. You couldn't just change
it. Well, that's not even what I mean. I could probably just glitch in one from another save. It turns region into...
Long gone in the wind. Yeah, it's a blast from the past. Oh my god, Ambi, I felt so stupid. I started a new series with Poison.
Oh, that's the stupidest thing you could ever do.
I know. As I said, don't tell him I said that, but he'd probably say that, so he'd probably beat me to it. But I started a new series with him, and when you look on when you set up a stream, you can click your past settings, so it saves your past settings. And I clicked on our Method Madness challenge to base it off of, because I wanted rules, link, and then chat rules essentially. And yeah, so then and then I changed the everything. I changed the title and everything, but I forgot to change the thumbnail. And so I quickly deleted it and then put it back with the right stuff. We found our litter box of cats. Is half Maine Coon. Oh god.
They're gonna be big boys.
Big cats. I've always wanted a Maine.
Dude.
That's what I wanted before I got these guys.
a Maine Coon at full size is the same height as a 4-year-old child, if I remember correctly, if not more. They are so big.
Good night. See you around soon. Yo, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you for the.
They're such a big boy, dude.
Yeah, Maine Coon cat.
Maine cats. That's my Maine cat right there. Actually,
My Maine cat.
here's the thing. She's half Maine Coon, but that's just for the fact that her brother in the womb is a Maine Coon. So I'm considering her half Maine Coon. She just didn't get any of the fucking height.
Yeah, I thought Lucy was, but she's not near that. I mean, she may be like 1/100. She's just a big cat. I think.
Cinder didn't fully grow until like this year, and now she's full size. And her literal siblings are Maine Coons. She's the only one who didn't end up being a Maine Coon.
She just didn't get. She got the short end of the stick.
Yeah, no, she was the runt, 100%.
That's funny. The runt of the Maine.
The runt of the
That's
litters.
really good. Yeah. Is she? She's not very fluffy, is she?
Nope. Well, she isn't at the moment because she's doing with an allergic reaction at the moment.
That they're
she-
going to be super big. Good luck getting rid of them.
You
Well,
know-
if you advertise them with Maine, well, you could probably sell them.
Yeah, people want Maine Coons all the time.
I mean, I went to look up like how much they cost, and like around me, they were like.
We
That's
got-
like full blood.
We got my mom, or not my mom. My mom got my grandma a Maine Coon cat. We didn't know it was Maine Coon until he grew up. He is
They were fun.
massive. The thing is, we neutered him within a year, so he's only a third of what he was going to be. And he's still
That's wild.
absolutely massive. If I picked him up, it'd be like that tall. If I had his feet in my hands, in his head. Not his,
I
not
think
his front
Mommy
paws.
has like over 10.
And that's without his tail. From there to there, that's how big that cat is. And that's a third of his size. It's insane.
With some more outdoor cats. Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Cool. You want to end it here? I'm done trying to get this Toga beat right now. I just want to go eat and then fix my bed.
Should we wait a whole 2 minutes so that I get the 2-hour mark?
It's gonna take me like another 5 minutes to get this another encounter. So
Is that a yes? Is that a no?
if I was speeding through this, it'd be no problem. But yeah, we can sit here for another 2 minutes. I don't know. I don't care. Just more
Let's
watch time
go.
for me.
Lonely has 6 cats.
We have 4
Six
cats in the
of them.
house.
I have 2 in my apartment.
I have
And
2 of my
need-
cats myself, and then freaking mom has 2 cats.
There are too many cats in this apartment.
I have a scar, a claw mark right here on my lip. I think I was talking about this earlier. It was literally I hadn't shaved yet, and so it was harder to get into because my mustache is all wiry. But it was just like bleeding into my mouth, and I had to use my shirt at that moment to rub my face to get the blood out of my shirt or my fucking mustache.
Yeah, I cannot imagine owning a Maine.
They're big
however,
babies. Maine Coons are
I
the
want a
most
Maine
dude, they're the gentle giants of the cats. Like holy shit.
Yeah, I want a Maine Coon just because of how they look and how they're
so
temperament
big.
is. But I also want a Shiba, and those things shed like.
Dogs.
Ugh. My boyfriend wants a husky.
You should get a
so-
Pomsky or whatever.
No.
God, I could never imagine getting a fucking husky. All the fucking time.
That dog, in my mind, if I had a husky, that dog would be an outdoor dog. Like not fully, but like he'd be outside.
He'd be inside in a cage, and then outside he'd be all
He'd
roaming
be-
around.
Or like in an ideal world, right? Like there would be outdoors. There would be like a room, like a mud room, that's like air conditioned, obviously, because I'm not gonna kill the dog, right? And it'd be like air conditioned. He could go in.
Yeah. I would not recommend anybody getting a husky if they don't live in a cool climate or a climate that's always cold throughout year round.
Okay, that's our 2-hour mark.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see everybody else later. Hope you
Yeah,
guys
see you,
enjoy it.
loser.
See you fucking fucking losers, dude. Only losers don't subscribe to my channel. You want to be a loser?
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Everything that you decide to do. And we will see you guys next time.